All right, so this is the first game of WBG versus BLG, and I'm going to show you how Bin fumbled the huge level 1 advantage he had against TheShy. And then also there's going to be a little partake in how Wei Wei played it plus TheShy. So we have the initial level 1 that turned it all around in the first place, right? These guys, if we're looking at their vision here, they don't know anyone's here because they don't have anyone covering mid. So this is already like a little spooky. You see the ward here, he rotates up, these guys are shifting here. So normally you would never do this unless you have sweeper because you have absolutely no idea who's here. And as a level 1, yeah, he's decent, he's terrible. There's just a full flip. So they full flipped invaded, they got 2 wards down. They're just trying to know if this guy's gonna make any early plays here, maybe an early play here, but of course you could place other wards down if you want. And this guy wants to farm, he wants to make plays, so that's kind of the whole gist of it. This guy's trying to play Overwatch and maybe entertain them, but he kind of does it a little too far, gets caught. And then, yeah, this guy uses Flash. He uses Ignite, and then he has to use Flash, so kind of sucks. And then the important thing to know is this guy started E5. They know that. So he did the Raptors, and then he moved up towards this area. Belveth is going to be late, and Ben knows this guy's top. Okay? He's first on wave, so this guy can always get a ward or whatever. Doesn't have a ward, though. And these guys are first on wave, so they have full control. And watch how this plays out. So, first wave, this guy's going to do a Q. He gets 2 CS. He's going to miss the 3rd CS. But this guy already got kind of low. And now, since he doesn't have Q, this guy is Q3. He hits this one more time because he wants to build the wave up, right? So far, he's missed 1 CS, okay? Okay, so he hit level 2. This guy can't do anything. He's zoned. That's it. He's going to drop 1 creep, I think. So that's 2 CS miss, but he did this purposely so he could zone him and not for him to not hit level 2. He gets this trade off. So he misses 3 CS so far. 4. Okay. So he missed 4 total CS from the first 2 waves, okay? Regardless of that, this guy had the base because he has 1 HP. Now, what he should do here is he should fast push this wave because at this point he knows this guy has the base. There's no way he's going to be here to collect. And so he should full hit, use his Q, get that done. The next thing to look at is the fact that this guy is pathing down. He did wolves and he started heading down already. This is going to be important. I'm going to address it in a little bit. And then, of course, he just has to run back. So he slow hits. He has Q up already. And so he's playing it really slow, and this is bad because, again, you want to shove this wave as quickly as you can so you can deny CS here. So now he stays. Of course, he stays. He has 418 gold. He could cheater if he wants to. And no matter what, he should do this wave. He could cheater and buy, like, a long sword, like, and just do it that way. Not the best. This here, so they're pushing, right? Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. So he's doing this wave, right? And I just want to state one thing he could have done if he fast pushed this. So this would have already been crashing, right? He technically could have met this wave here already, especially because he's like full HP, has a health potion, and actually start DPSing the wave and proxying. And if he proxies the wave, Rumble has to get past him. Rumble's level 1, by the way. This guy's level 3. Like, this is a big advantage. Even if he ate a full Q by Rumble, it does nothing. Like, Rumble has to run past him and get to the wave to have any chance of, like, making it out. Now, some people might think, oh, but what about Belveth? Like, they know Belveth, like, started around this area. He could be full clearing going down. He could do 3 camps and then suddenly be here, and that could be dangerous. And, it's not like Ben has a ward. But here's the thing. If Belveth ever does 3 camps and ganks, she's Belveth. Like, doing only 3 camps allows Vi to be down here, do these camps, maybe contest these, contest this. And he has TP still. It would be massive. It'd be so good if she just decides to do that. No issue at all. So that is a pretty big missed opportunity by Bin, just off the level 1 advantage he had. And this is going to get really bad for BLG soon, and for Zune, because watch this. So look, he started Wolves not because, he's thinking, well, I might as well do this and then do this and do that. He did wolves because he wants to be bot sooner because he knows his bot lane has push first. And he also probably knows that most likely this guy's going to get pushed because the wave is going to bounce. It's not like Syndra's just going to upkeep the push the whole time, right? So if he can get pushed from this, that means he can invade this and actually contest and create a situation. Now, meanwhile, up here, he is 1 minion away from level 4. Again, if you're going to have 2 points in Q, you can fight. This guy, half a level away. So notice he starts this situation. They're going to send 2 people. They're not going to be able to kill him. Up here, watch how he fumbles this. So look, again, he's one minion away, right? So he hits this minion with his passive. Bad. He needs to just use his Q, get level 4 from that. Then he levels this up. Then he can trade inward and actually make this play more worthwhile. But he already screws up in the first place by using his passive to get level 4. Then he misses the first Q. Then he misses the second Q. Then he tries to hit the W and hits a ranged minion. And he gets absolutely nothing. And Rumble's like, okay, well, that's not so bad. I'll drink my potion. I'll get a nice little return trade on you. And now he has push. And now he's going to hit level 4 soon. And he's in a good position. Now, it's still not the end of the world for Aatrox. You know, his HP is pretty decent. And he's playing for a good first buy to TP back on, right? Now, watch this. So he's going to hold the wave. So he gets slowed, right? So when he goes for this QE and he does not have W and he can't land W because he has his minions in front unless he can Q2, destroy the minions, and then W. But because he's slowed, most Aatroxes, when they do this QE, it extends them, and once you hit them the first time, if you can get Q2 after walking just a little bit, you're good, right? But the problem is that he was slowed, so he can't actually get in range. Like, he can still just walk out. So now he's in a situation where he's like, okay, so unless this guy, like, briefs it, I'm in a bad spot. And so he has to turn around because he's like, oh, shit. And either he's going to have to bait it, so he's going to go like this, back inward, and try, hopefully this guy turns around. But you know, he doesn't have to auto. He just has to press Q. So there's no way for him to space it, and he just eats shit. And so because of this, you know, this is where this whole, like, Bel'Veth thing comes into play. Because since Bel'Veth was invading up here, they try to push her off, right? She gets away. They still need to get the wave. They have full control now because of these, like, because bot lane was pushing the whole time. This guy's wave cleared. So he's going to get the crab. And now here's the worst part. Remember, this guy started Raptors. He still has to do his Gromp. He still has to do his blue. He's going to run over here. This guy is not going to have the forethought to run over to his Raptors. He's not thinking about it. This, in turn, leads to this guy just going up, stealing the Raptors, getting crab, and now Bel'Veth is way ahead, both in terms of, like, getting this done, and then also just getting level 6 first, which is going to be very problematic for Herald. And then also it means she's on top side, and this guy was isolated on top side, and since he's isolated on top side and ate this shit trade, he must base. He cannot, like, stay here and then try to eat the wave. And unfortunately, if you look at his gold, he has only 770 gold. Only 770 gold. If he had 875, amazing. Being able to buy pickaxe, or if he's going the Duskblade version, you know, he could get a little bit more. Like, if he's going the Duskblade version, you get the double longsword already. But, like, if you're trying to get the pickaxe and get a really nice first buy, or if you want to go, like, Hex Drinker, right? He just can't. Like, he just can't buy all these components at once. And that sucks a lot. And so now this is where he's just like, okay, this is amazing. And then look at the first thing he does when he comes back. When Ben comes back, Ben is going to W. Okay, so he W's, EWs, right? You should QE, W, Q2 with a walk, and then you can Q3 with, like an auto, like, placed in that, right? Like, this is the order this should go at this point. QE, W, walk up, W2, go for it. Because he does it this way, he gets just enough time to get out. Just couldn't make it happen. And so now his opportunity to punish coming back from the bye is lost. Now maybe there's an opportunity that I guess if he does the EW, he could position just a little further back if he can like time it a little bit. Hit him here so he can't get too far, and then he can Q2, and then it's maybe like okay. But regardless, you know, he can't capitalize it on enough. And Rumble just goes back to farming. And then, so I keep playing. Uses W. Now he's just kind of stuck farming versus the Rumble, who has Ignite again. Vi spent time down here to make a quick play, so hasn't based yet. This guy's still farming, so really bad for Vi. But they do kill Crisp. So he goes for QE. It's fine. Now he's gonna go Ward. This guy keeps the wave. So look, he's gonna look, this time he's gonna QE, but then he's gonna go for the W, but there's a minion here. So now he wasted W. Now he's in a position again where he just gets burned all like half his HP. And remember how this starts. Look how this starts again. Because this is going at the same time that he's throwing the E, and again, he can't land the W anyways, he's kind of screwed. Like, he just can't really do anything. And so he eats this. And then Rumble's one hit away from 6. So that's why he's standing in front and actually, like, threatening this guy a lot. And, you know, he's too afraid in case, like, this guy just all-ins him and kills him or something like that. Technically, he probably could have risked this a little bit more. Especially with Vi in the area. Like, if he can land the EW... And I know, typically you don't do EW, but in this case, maybe it's worth a chance play. Nothing. Okay, so that opportunity, if you felt like it was just like nothing, fine, but it's gone. This guy has to leave. And now Rumble is up 3 CS. And keep in mind, like, because of the way the trades were going, and because of how jungle interaction was going, Ben fumbled it, and then because of what's happening to jungle, he really couldn't like play exactly the way he wanted to as well at a certain point, which in return hurt him as well. So both his mistake and what's happening in jungle kind of just broke everything apart. Because you're gonna notice what happens with jungle at this point. It's this guy just getting crab, so he gets a bot crab spawn, which is obviously extremely good for him. Now he's level 6. This guy is stuck down here. He's too afraid to fight this guy because this guy's level 6. And Nico can kind of move, and he's still level 5. So he's like, okay, shit. Well, I'm going to walk in and see if I can do this still. Gets blasted. Now this guy, again, is in a terrible spot. And prior to this, you know, it's kind of hard to do anything in the end. You know, like, he's just cooking you. Like, he goes for a Q. He gets one poke. Can't hit that. Just eats shit. Eats more shit. Now he's stuck on an island. This guy's losing his red buff now, so he lost 2 raptor camps. Now he's losing his red buff. Now this guy's doing Herald. And now Rumble's like, okay, I'm gonna press you even harder now. This guy tries to go for another Q. Gets outspaced. Gets eaten alive. And since he ate that little trade, now he's like, okay, well, this is not good. Like, he keeps inviting, like, these situations over and over again. And it's just not working. Like, maybe in this case here, for instance, he gets Q1, right? So he could W2, Q2 with E, W, and maybe he gets some of it again. If you're trading that heavy, when like clearly your jungler is playing elsewhere and this guy just took Herald, it's always bad. So the trade in itself doesn't make any sense, and he gets zoned. And this is how Rumble gets 2 plates. So Rumble's up 2 plates. almost 30 CS, and this guy was the one who got absolutely screwed level 1. So you can blame Bin first, then Weiwei for taking a very smart pathing, like great, bad, and then you can blame Jun for creating some shit situations as well. So all these three combined is why this guy, and then also his spacing, is why this this turned around so poor, like so well for TheShy, and turned around so poorly for Bin.